Hello everybody, Dark Phoenix Ninja 92 here, and welcome back to Let's Play Skyrim with Elia and our faithful canine companion Ace. And you may be wondering, why are we back at the gate to Whiterun? Well, after I had to basically reinstall fucking everything, and we're going to talk as we go since we're headed for the Redderun's retreat to kill some bandits. After I had to install basically fucking everything, I tried to go in and just use that save after I reinstalled all my mods, because I figured everything's back in the way it was last time. No problem, right? Wrong. As it happens, there was a problem. And that problem was the fact that only about 2 or 3 of my mods were loading up in the MCM menu. And as a result, I was basically unable to activate Frostfall or Realistic Needs and Disease. I didn't know if they were on, I couldn't tell anything about them, and if I needed to tweak any of my mods, I would not have been able to. So that was a serious problem. So I just decided to basically do the next best thing. I reloaded my most recent save before this one, which was an autosave that had been made just outside the gates of Whiterun. And after I did that, I'm now just going to make my way back to Redderun's retreat, and we will go from there. I'll have to kill the bandits hanging around the area all over again, but I don't really see that as being a problem. I need practice killing things, after all. It has been about 8 months since I've played Skyrim, so there's that. Oh, fuck me. And go down. Good, Ace is alright. I was worried they might have killed him. Normally I would take the corpses, but other than the Tundra, but if we want to take that wolf and loot it and stuff, I would have to go to the trouble of picking it up, dumping the corpse somewhere, and dressing the corpse. Who is this? Do I need to kill him? Well, he's not hostile, so I think we're okay. Who are you?
What can I do for you?
Hello?
I'm collecting ingredients to bring to the gourmet. He'll think my taste's so refined when I offer them to him. You have heard of the gourmet?
Yeah, I've heard of him.
Then you know that gourmet keeps his identity a secret. I'm hoping to discover who he is so I can tell him how he changed my life. For all I know, the gourmet is a woman. You know, I've heard the gourmet is in Skyrim right now.
Right. You have fun with that. Okay, so it's the gourmet's some cook and that guy's looking for him. That's nice, I guess. And yes, I have absolutely nothing against letting Ace help me fight my battles. It's part of why I have him along. I think it's neat to have an animal companion, since I'm basically playing as a ranger at this point. And I think that's kind of cool. Jeez. I keep forgetting that I have that sword I can use if enemies get close. So, yeah. In any case, I sure am glad I picked up that graphics card. Oh dear, we're approaching a giant camp. Let's avoid it. Anyways, I was just rambling about my graphics card a little bit. Seeing as I had to replace it, it was annoying that I was without my computer's capability to do, well, anything for about 8 months, but that wasn't altogether a bad thing. It gave me an excuse to upgrade, which I had wanted to for a while, but was never really able to justify it. And this let me. It made that much, much easier. And there goes that corpse. Now let's see here. Hunting bow, but no. We don't want to be climbing this mountain. Not in this weather. That would be, well, I believe the word for it is stupid. At least that's the one I'm going to use. So we will have to find a way to skirt around this giant camp so that we can get where we're going. Or, wait a second. No, I'm just being a moron. We don't even need to go in it. Jesus, I can't believe I was that dumb. But yeah, as you may have been able to tell from that little thing, and just probably in general watching the stuff I do, because I'm hardly making a secret of this, I'm not exactly what you call good at reading maps. And I get lost a lot. Which that was kind of a byproduct of. Oh dear. Looks like I may need to tweak my mod settings a little bit, because that damn display thing keeps showing up. Let me see, which one was it? A Matter of Time, I think. General. How do I set it to toggle? Control toggle. That's what it's set on. Oh, it is toggling. I just didn't realize that. That's a little embarrassing, I have to admit. But yeah, I will say this. I am very glad that Skyrim decided to stop being a little bitch and let me get everything set up and working properly. And I mentioned this in the last time I tried to record this, but I should probably say it again since you won't be seeing that recording. But I uninstalled a couple of mods. Fuck, I just died. Well, it shows you how out of practice I am with this game, that I got killed by wolves. But yeah, I uninstalled a couple of mods that added some stuff that I was not going to be seeing or making use of anytime in the immediate future. If we get to the point where I would see or make use of it soon, then I will obviously reinstall those mods. Or at least have a look at my load order and see if I can justify reinstalling them. And oh great, we need to go through this crap again. Because I forgot to save. Fortunately, my actual mod setup was saved. So the game seems to remember how I have things set up, so that's something I don't have to worry about.
Warriors from Hammerfell, they've got curved swords. Curved swords.
Yes, and I don't give a fuck. But we're just going to do more of the same right now. And I am going to head for this Veteran's Retreat for our quest right now. Let's which I was going in completely the wrong bloody direction. So, let's do that one. And seeing as I don't want to get nagged about this, Redoran's retreat is this way, so that's where we will be going. And lucky for me, I didn't actually make any real changes to my mod setup since they were all saved and what have you. So that makes it really easy, the fact that I can just pretty much head here now and not have to worry about spending like 10 minutes tweaking a value here or there. It's quite handy. And that fucking missed, so that's a waste of a couple arrows. I really should have switched to my blade for that, but since I'm primarily an archer, I do not think about things like that. But I'll do that and keep my blade on number 2 so that I can switch to it with my quick slots. A very handy feature indeed. And yeah, since I didn't really do this a whole lot, I think I'm going to take this as a sort of opportunity. Fuck. I think I'm sort of going to take an opportunity and discuss one or two of the mods I've installed and why. I'm not going to make like a huge massive fucking mod talk like I started doing with Fallout 3 before that whole graphics card thing, like I'm going to be doing again with that. But I will sort of here and there take an opportunity and chat about what mods I have going and why, and one of them that I think is quite handy and I have installed just because of something that kind of irks me, that is called College Visitor Pass, or the name's something along those lines. Basically, it's because of a quest at the College of Winterhold, something that happens in the main quest. Those of you who have played through the main quest will know exactly what I'm going on about. But basically, there's a point in the main quest where you have to retrieve an item from the College of Winterhold. And oh look, there are no bandits around here. But yeah, there's a point in that main quest where you have to retrieve an item from the college, and in order to get in there, you have to join the College of Winterhold, which only really makes sense if you are a mage. And seeing as I'm a ranger, I don't want to be forced to arbitrarily join some guild when it doesn't seem to fit my character very well. So I have that College Visitor Pass thing, which lets me basically come into the college and visit, but not actually become a member of their guild. And Ace is going to blow our fucking cover, I know it. God. Get out of my way, Ace. Ace. Ugh, Skyrim bugs, don't you love them? Come on, come on. Okay, let's see.
What was that?
Ace. Mercy is overrated. It's time for you to die. Now, what have you got on you? Plenty of arrows, I'll take those. A Tanto lockpick. Studded armor. I'll take those. An iron longbow. I'm going to grab his iron longbow just because I don't think I actually have a longbow at this point. And having one would be very, very handy. Let's see, black robes, boots. I'm mostly just getting those in case Elia ever needs a disguise. Like, I know in-game disguises are not something that you actually have to use, but I would like something for some roleplay justification if she ever wants to go somewhere that wouldn't work out so well for her and wants to try disguising herself. I would like to be able to justify it as she's wearing these clothes so people don't really know where she is, know who she is. Of course they'll know where she is, but not who she is. Take all. And our goal right now is to kill their boss. Which, I'm paranoid, so I'm going to quick save. That, and I'd like to not have to go through everything again. Of course, I probably will have to. Just because I always seem to get fucked with things like this. Come on. He's down here, but I don't think this will go well. We are only, as of right now, level 3. So we're probably going to get shafted by some unknown thing that happens. Being low level is like that. You get screwed over repeatedly and often. Get screwed over early and often. Okay, that may not have been my best idea. And I'm going to up our health because I do not want to die. Let's see. And a point goes into marksmanship. Fuck. I forgot that I was doing that, but yeah. I was holding down that button at the point where I went into that menu, so things didn't go over all too well. Please go away. Fuck, he's not going away. Stop it, Ace. I'm trying to hide. I'm not gonna be able to hide, am I? Or maybe I am. We'll see. Sneak increased. Yeah, right now we're somewhere between hiding and just realizing that we're not gonna be able to hide forever. But if we can get him to realize that we are not actually here, even though we are, then we can get the drop on him, and things will just be so much easier that way. Shut up, Ace. We're trying to hide. At least for now. And I know I'm kind of cheating using the immersive HUD like this, but as many people know, I'm not very good with games, so I consider this perfectly reasonable. But yeah, that's one thing that I'm glad happens now with this particular set of mods, is that guy took a lot longer to go back to what he was doing before than he would in vanilla. And I like the fact that they're actually reasonably suspicious of me. And I think that's nice. Oh, shut up, Ace. You're going to give away the position.
What was that? Time to end this little game.
3 shots and he goes down. Silent and deadly. You would make an excellent assassin, Elia. And who knows? Iron boots. Yeah, we're grabbing some iron and steel stuff, which is going to consume the majority of our carrying capacity, but still. Activate that bear trap so we don't step in it. The amethyst, light boots, treasure map, robes of illusion. We can sell those for a nice little profit. Now, what's over here? Doesn't look to be anything else of real value in here. I think we've got everything that we want from inside this ruin at the moment. We killed the bandits. We looted their stuff. It's time to go to the Jarl's Steward and get our reward. And it's still only like 4 in the afternoon, so we should be able to make it home without too much of a problem. Well, not sure if we can make it home, as in actually back to our house. But we can certainly make it to Whiterun, and we may go home tomorrow. If for no other reason than... And where's that voice coming from? Yeah, as I was saying, we may go home tomorrow. In-game tomorrow, obviously. In the morning, if for no other reason than just to store away the things that we'll be keeping but don't want to lug around on us all the damn time. We'll be heading back to our little wooden cabin. And then probably go into Riverwood, I'm thinking, and prepare for the journey that we're going to be taking into Bleak Falls Barrows to search for this tablet that the court wizard wants. Because right now, all this is just a series of jobs. Elia's doing some stuff to make money because she's hoping at some point to get back to her old way of doing things, which is basically just living off the land, because what we want to do, what my immediate goal is for her, is to buy a horse and start getting some firewood and stuff, and then be able to get enough resources we can readily access that we can make ourselves arrows, pretty much, and live off the land mostly. So we go into town to sell the meat and hides that we get from animals, but otherwise just live on the road and make our living as sort of a traveling hunter. I think that would be kind of cool to try, and that's what as my backstory, Elia used to do before she encountered this dragon, and has at the moment not been doing much of that because she doesn't have the resources or equipment or anything to do any kind of living off the land for a long period of time. That, and she really only has basic skills with skinning animals, and she did it to survive, but when she was on the run from the Thalmor and Valenwood, but she had to go into towns and stuff to be able to purchase arrows and things, because she never made her own arrows or anything. That's going to be a completely new experience. And also, that would be something that'd be nice to start doing at some point in this game, long in the future. And when I say this game, I'm referring to this particular playthrough. That I could just produce things. Oh, we're hungry. So we'll go into War Maidens. Then after we sell some of our stuff, we will take care of our basic needs. But yeah, it'd be nice to be able to just get stuff from our adventuring.
Welcome to War Maidens. Now you, my girl, have definitely come to the right place.
Okay.
Looking to protect yourself or deal some damage?
Yeah, and it would be nice if we could just sort of get our hands on like wood, ores, and what have you, and just make stuff. And when I say stuff, I know that's incredibly generic, but I'm not sure what kind of things Elia would end up making, and just sell that back and make our money that way. Well, that and hunting, obviously. We don't need more than one fur bracer. Hide boots, hide bracers, fur boots, I'm going to sell. The brigand plate harness, I'm never going to use it, but I'm going to keep it just because I think it's neat. Also sell that. Sell the engraved iron boots, the iron dagger. Oh, we apparently already have an iron longbow, so we'll sell that second one. That I will hold on to for now. Sell a couple of those. I only have 300 gold right now.
Good doing business with you.
So, we are first I'm going to take care of these needs. The stews I will be throwing away at some point. Stale grilled leeks. Let's see. An apple. My thirst has been quenched. I'm peckish. I can deal with that. But now we want to go up to the Jarl's Palace and visit with his steward, because we completed that bounty that he had posted.
But we can't afford it.
Whatever. Some marital spat. Nothing for us to care about. But anyways,
I spend a lot of time
we're just going to head up and turn in this bounty with Proventus, or whatever the hell his name is. I never remember that stuff. But yeah, I think it's either Provincius or Proventus. But I'm really bad at remembering names, both in games and in real life. But yeah, in Skyrim and stuff like that, I'm usually better at it, but what do you want? It's been, like I said, it's been like 8 months since I played Skyrim last, so I really don't remember this stuff. Give me a few sessions and I'll probably be back in the swing of things. Where's...
Remember that I like my meat rare.
Oh, screw you, you little brat.
So I practice with my fists.
And we technically haven't met him yet. Yeah, this is another of the mods that I have installed. Like, People Are Strangers, I think is the name. Where basically, if you have not had a conversation with someone, then it only tells you their race. So I know he's an Imperial because we have not had a conversation yet. I know he's a Nord. I know her name is Irilith because we talked to her when she threatened me with a sword after I first arrived.
The Jarl is, as you can imagine, very busy. Perhaps I can assist you.
Proventus Avenici. Alright, that's the name. The bandit leader at Redorand's retreat is dead. I am here for the bounty.
Excellent. You've done us a great service. Here is your reward.
100 septims! That's a fucking ripoff! Oh, screw you!
What are you still doing here? The Jarl said retrieving that stone tablet is a priority, remember?
Yeah, well, I want to sell you some crap.
I had you figured for a mage. I think you'll appreciate this.
I'm a ranger, not a mage, you imbecile. As I was saying, that's an absolute fucking ripoff. I mean, really, 100 gold for going in there, clearing out that ruin of bandits, and taking care of their leader. Seriously, if we had ever considered becoming a bounty hunter, which by the way we haven't, then that would have removed that idea because the pay is awful. So we'll sell a few things to him. So you can have my silver ring. The ragged robes you can have for free because they're crap. A couple of petty soul gems. We are not going to be using soul gems, by the way, nor are we going to be using magic. 1 pair of boots. And you can also have these novice robes of illusion. There, we have 500 gold now. Thank you so much.
Off to Bleak Falls Barrow with you. The Jarl is not a patient man. Neither am I.
Whatever. Sorry, Farengar, but the whole bounty thing with Proventus has me in kind of a bad mood right now. And yeah, you'll notice this thing on the loading of screens, which is one reason I'm not cutting them out. That instead of random nonsense about game mechanics, well, it still has that, but sort of has it mixed in with other things that are lore related. As I have, because I have this mod installed that will make an addition to the loading screens, so that you will get your loading screens that include not only random things about game mechanics, which, don't get me wrong, are interesting all the same, but it also gives you little lore tidbits, like that Champions of Cyrodiil thing you popped up. That's the person you play as if you do the main quest in Oblivion. So you get stuff like that mixed in there. And we said we would maybe at some point meet Ophelia Greymane at her house, but that's not really a priority, honestly, though we'll probably do it soon. Just because, for roleplay reasons, I'm sure we're curious about it. Golden Claw and Bleak Falls Barrow are both in the same place. but I would like to place a marker on my house.
I work with my mother.
So
Self-reproduction.
it's a couple hours travel, but I'm gonna try to get there tonight. Maybe a stupid thing to do, but what? Elia takes risks sometimes, so doing something stupid is not entirely out of character. She has been known to take a few risks if she feels that they warrant it. In this case, she really does not want to spend the evening in Whiterun for a number of reasons. Number one, though one of the most important ones being that a room at the inn would cost her 100 septims, and we only have a few hundred as is. Yeah, we have 500 septims right now. We do not want to spend 1/5 of our gold getting ourselves a room for the night. And if we absolutely have to, and we can't make it home before it becomes too dark, and we do have a small leather tent and some firewood, so we could build a fire and spend the night in the middle of we could spend the night in the middle of the road or something if it comes to that. I'm hoping we won't have to, but we have that option if we need to. Okay. So yeah, normally I probably would not start traveling this late, just because being out at night can both be bad if you're in a particularly hostile place, because you can encounter some nasty creatures, and it can also screw you over if you're out late and don't have anywhere to take shelter. I'm mostly thinking in terms of if you're traveling somewhere and it's very cold or wet, which fortunately for us is not the case right now. Plus, we are level 4 and we're around Whiterun, and there tend to, at least in my limited experience of Skyrim redone, tend to not be too many high-level areas or creatures in the vicinity, so we shouldn't have too much in the way of problems with enemies that are too much for us to handle. Like, I'm not dismissing the idea that we'll run into something that's too much for us to handle, but it's far less likely than if we were somewhere like, say, around Winterhold, which I've had screw me in the past. Though, to be honest, Winterhold screwing me with in the past, I'm not entirely certain was because of things that attacked me. In fact, it may just have been entirely down to the fact that I wasn't paying attention to how exposed I was to the elements, and I froze to death. That could be it. And in fact, I'm fairly certain that that is it. I could have just frozen to death when I was around Winterhold, rather than something as dramatic as fighting a giant or whatever. Okay. now we have to cross this river, so I'm not going to actually bother with crossing the stream and then drying myself.
This should be good.
I don't know what they're fighting, but I am curious. Time to find out. Oh, it's just a mud crab. Apparently Ace decided to pick a fight with a mud crab. That's all that was about. So, no big deal then. The dog picked a fight with a mud crab. Nothing to worry about. Hungry, slightly thirsty, slightly tired, and sober. But we are just about to our house. The hell's that? And apparently scripting is running too slowly for Frostfall to function correctly. Well, I'm going to ignore that shit for the time being. I'll do something at some point, but at the moment, Frostfall being a little bitch is not a massive priority for me. Of course I want to fix it, but you know, I prioritize other things. And we arrive back home. So, it's time for us to take a seat on the fire. And unequip all our weapons. I'll also turn that off. We also need to turn the date off. One moment. Just disable that. Well, that didn't fix it. I'm sorry about all the mod stuff that I've been having to do this time around, but unfortunately it's my first session back in almost 8 months, as I've been reiterating. So things are going to be a little convoluted since I'm still kind of figuring things out again. But yes, we are both hungry and thirsty right now. Have some bread and some water. We are slightly tired, but Elia is going to sit in front of the fire for a little bit. Just enjoy the atmosphere, because as much as she kind of misses life on the road, I have to admit that this little home of ours is kind of growing on me. And on Elia too, I would imagine. As well as Ace's companionship. As much as we constantly tell him to shut up, I kind of like the little guy. So yeah, for now, we are just going to sit here and bask in the peace and tranquility of this atmosphere. And that does it for this session. I know it's been a rather short one in comparison to what I usually do, but I honestly could not think of a better place to end it than here. We killed the bandits, and Elia is sitting in front of the fire at her house, just enjoying the atmosphere. So I'm going to leave it here. Thank you very much for watching, everyone, and I'll see you next time. Bye.